Hi everyone, good evening, and welcome to our 30th episode of the Londonderry View. And we are just so excited to be here at the Coach Stop restaurant in Londonderry. It's just been a wonderful place for memories and families and celebration throughout the years. You'll notice that we're missing our Kirby and our Bonnie tonight. Just unexpected things, so we're just going to carry on and share lots of good information with you. And also we have
welcome our guest.
Welcome our guest,
Thank
Lisa Couture.
I knew you'd screw it up.
Couture, we knew. And Lisa, they could blurb it out, but we're probably going to end up leaving it in. But Lisa was wonderful because, kind of last minute with all this, that she said that with no warning or no advance notice that she would be on to talk to us about the Coach Shop. So we cannot thank you enough.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Yes, thank you. So,
I guess talk a little bit about the history of the building. The Coach Stop actually was during the stagecoach time era.
yes.
And we're on two major roads here, Mammoth Road and 102.
Correct, yep.
And Mammoth Road used to be called Great Mammoth Road way back in the day, I guess, and that's because it went from Manchester out to Massachusetts.
Yep.
And they, I think I read that they had like 3 stage lines running every single day on that.
Right.
And then it's also the corner of 102, and that runs from Nashua out to Exeter and out towards the seacoast.
Correct, yep.
So it's a perfect location for an old-fashioned bed and breakfast
place to
type
stop on your
B&B.
travels.
Yeah,
Yep, boy.
for libations and
Libations,
lodging.
I like that. Yeah, that's right. And like you said, Lisa, too, with the travels, and I mean that's how it started back in 1810. We were doing a little history check, but to think that this building has kept the same purpose from 1810 until now 2018.
Right. Yeah.
So history above and beyond.
It's great. It's the typical colonial
Very,
tavern.
very homey.
Yeah, and that whole colonial tavern feel is still
Really?
in evidence. There's 9 fireplaces in this building,
Yes,
and they're
there's-
all
yep.
still working.
They're
and-
still working. There's a couple that we actually don't use them as fireplaces right now. We have some ambiance candles that we put in there,
Right.
And then we also have some gas inserts that we
inserts.
use. Yes, but the actual structures are still
are
in
still in
Yep.
place, and that's what makes it so cozy. I know, we've had meetings upstairs. I've come with friends for dinner. After dinner, we'd go sit by the fireplace upstairs
Right.
and just, have another little drink.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, and it is.
Yes,
It's a cozy, homey atmosphere. You don't feel rushed, and you can just sit there, and
Enjoy
like I
your
said,
company, enjoy
right,
your
and visit.
your family and
Yeah,
friends. Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, it really. Now, Lisa, how long have you worked for the Coach Stop or been part of the Coach Stop family? Because it really is a family.
It's
there.
definitely a family. We're all family here. I've been here probably about 10 or 15 years. I started off as the full-time bartender. I was the bartender for seven years, and then I went over to Fratello's, which was one of the previous name's sister restaurant.
The sister.
So it was.
It's the same owners.
It's the
right?
same owners. It was the Homestead previous,
Right.
And now it's the Coach Stop.
Yeah, and I remember it being the homestead.
Homestead.
That's when I first moved up to New Hampshire. Yeah, I remember it was.
And was the first one started in Bristol, New Hampshire? The first homestead Coach homestead.
The Homestead. It was the
Was in
Homestead. There's only one
Bristol.
Coach Stop,
And
and the
that's
rest
the
of the
answer.
Homesteads and
Yeah.
Fratello's. Correct. Yes.
Boy, and Fratello's in Manchester, another phenomenal restaurant too.
Correct.
I have yet to try that one. I haven't. Well, I don't ever go up to Manchester
Right, because from
because I'm in
yeah,
Atkinson.
That's
so.
right. But now,
Well, there's others. There's one in
oh, you're right.
up in Laconia.
Laconia, then I forget about that. 'Cause that's right.
Yeah.
So similar menus, but yet different.
Correct. Similar but different. The 4 brothers own the Coach Stop.
There you go, right.
They owned the Homestead and the Fratello's, and then one of the brothers split off and solely took on this one restaurant and renamed it the Coach Stop.
Now, is that Steve?
That's Steve.
That's
McDonald,
Steve. I
correct.
always hear lots of good things about
Yep,
Steve.
yep.
And Billy and Heidi and Mo. I mean, there's just such a family. But something we appreciate, kind of jumping future and past,
Right.
is that the Coach Stop. It seems no matter what we ask of them, like this, or something, a donation. They're always there for the
Willing to help
community.
out,
Yeah,
Very
it's-
much involved in the community.
Yeah, which must make it extra, just really special to be working
Yeah.
here, and and it is a family too, with everyone. But yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the menu here, it seems like every time I've been in here, it takes me quite a while to figure out what do I want to eat, because there's so many different choices, and it'd be like if I could have a little of that, a little of this one, a little of that one, But it's really a very nice assortment of
Well,
food to choose from.
When that happens, Kathy, we have the sampler, which
Yeah.
is a big
Exactly,
sampler. I
exactly.
know too well the sampler. It's
And then
wonderful,
now,
though.
this is swing into spring.
Correct. So
So-
we do seasonal menus as well as our regular menu. So we're about ready to bring out our summer one. So we'll change the seasonal one a little bit, maybe a little bit more lighter fare.
Right.
But we do have the additional options for you, specializing in the seasons. We are also revamping our menu a little bit, I think, so that we're gonna we like to ask our customers what their favorite things are, so we can continue to keep on the favorites on the
same,
menu.
right.
A lot of customers come back for specifically the same items that they really like, so we
Yeah.
like to keep them happy and
It's
have
like
what
things
they want when
won't
they come
cook
in.
at home,
Right,
So
that is,
here,
yeah.
like it might be the sauce over something that is
Exactly.
they just can't replicate that at home.
Yep.
So
And the effort and work and expense to make it
right.
is so great.
And just the ambiance
Oh, the
of the
ambiance
building.
here.
Now you also have, I don't want to forget to mention, you have the deck upstairs. So how does that work in the summer?
So we have upstairs, we have an enclosed, what we call outside deck,
Right.
but it's completely enclosed. And then off of that, we have another small, not enclosed deck that has 3 small tables. Upstairs is all tavern, tavern kind of
Right.
feel. The menu that we offer is you can have tavern items or our regular entree items. So anything
it's-
on the
it's-
menu,
It's
you can
anything
have.
on this menu, or you have a special tavern menu.
The tavern menu is included
Is-
in that menu.
Oh, okay.
Because
All
we
right.
can order anything.
Because you can order
upstairs.
anything
Yeah, right.
upstairs or downstairs,
Or
correct.
downstairs,
So
which I
it's the
like.
same menu that you would get whether you're upstairs in the tavern or whether you're downstairs,
Right.
into a more fine dining type of atmosphere. But then we also downstairs have a completely open outside deck in the
Oh, I didn't
summer
see that.
seasonal
Yeah.
months.
Yeah.
Correct, which is a really big hit in the summer months. When you have nice days and you just want to be outside.
And it's
we have
so-
a really nice deck outside.
Yeah, it's so enjoyable to be able to eat outside.
And Bill, the general manager, does a fantastic job with the flowers and the trees and keeping the outside appearance very
Right,
very nice and
yeah.
cozy while you're out there enjoying your meal.
And how long has Bill been here? Bill is the
Bill's
heart
been
and
here.
soul, I
He
think, of
is the
him
general
and
manager.
Heidi,
Yes, he's been here the same time as me, except his has been continuous.
Okay,
So he's
all
been
right.
here. I'm gonna say
20,
15, 20.
wow,
Yeah,
my
something like
goodness.
that. I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, he's been here a long time, and Heidi's been here a long time as well. Yep.
My goodness, boy, and Heidi does our Rotary every
Yep.
Wednesday. She
Yep.
must get here at 6 in the morning
She
to
does,
take care of our
yes.
wonderful Rotary Club. They meet right here in this room.
Right.
I remember I
you
came
know,
to
yeah.
that one time to the Rotary meeting, and I was so impressed because they had Eggs Benedict, which is my favorite breakfast food.
And difficult to make for yourself.
It is,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
And when I saw that, I was like, oh, wow, this is great.
It's a
Yeah.
treat. It is in fresh fruit and
Right.
juices.
Yeah.
And, I have one favorite that I don't know how new it is, but I'm so glad, as you were saying earlier, that you really listen to what all of us like. It's a lobster avocado salad, I think.
Yes, yeah,
You
it's
know?
very popular.
Oh
It's
my
very popular.
gosh, it's
So is that
healthy.
a seasonal item then? Because
Started
the
out that
lobster-
way.
It started
maybe?
out that way, I think, but it is on our actual menu right now. So maybe in the fall, the salad choices might change a little bit on our menu
Yeah.
to more, of a seasonal a seasonal fall salad.
But it made it through the
But
winter, so I was
it
I was
did.
thrilled.
It
Well,
did.
see, that's what
Yeah.
that's surprising because I
Yeah.
would have thought
You
no
wouldn't
more
think,
lobster
yeah.
after the fall. Yeah.
I was so afraid it was going to
So
be
they kept your
cold,
favorite.
but they did, and it's so
Yeah,
good.
a lot of
It's-
people must have liked it and said they wanted it back. So
Yeah, it's just amazing, and you just feel like you're at the beach, but you're here, and the lobster is the best lobster that I've. You feel like
Yes.
again you're at the beach, but you didn't have to do all the work.
All the
Right.
work.
Yeah,
Oh,
which is it's wonderful with it.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, going back years ago, 25 years ago, John and I actually had our rehearsal dinner here. The upstairs now is it's more of an open area.
Yes.
But back then it was all individual rooms.
it was. Yes.
And so for the small, wedding party we had of about, parents and maybe it was 12 total. But, even back then they gave us that whole room and
Yep.
made us feel very special
Yep.
and, a great memory. And I think what the community loves about our coach stop is, it's the happy memories of the wedding rehearsals and the baby. In this room I've been to baby showers, wedding
Right.
showers. But, and also when you need that place when someone passes that we love.
Right.
We
Right,
to
come to
have
the
the
coach.
repast
Yeah,
dinner,
because
yeah.
it's homey and it's warm and it can help your heart.
Comforting.
Yeah,
We do have a lot of regulars that come in too. That some folks were actually married here, so we'll have some people that'll come in and on their anniversary every year they come in and they want to sit in their same spot. So we get a lot
nice.
of stories like that.
Yeah.
People keep coming back because they had such a good experience.
So I have a question about the building. There was a thing here about a circular bar or something. There was a like this circle. There was a bar that was a circular bar or something. Does that sound familiar? They said-
Upstairs it was kind of circular. It was an old wooden kind of like a tree almost that
Okay.
was kind of shellacked over. Is that the one
well,
you're
it says
referring to?
the northwest room of the first floor.
No, that I'm.
Is it marks from the old circular bar?
Oh, there's
Can be
I'm
seen
sorry.
on
there's
the wide pine
there's
flooring. I'm
floor-
sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, I pulled this off
Oh
the
yes.
computer today.
Apparently before my time and possibly
Before
even
all of us,
before
right? Yeah.
the homestead, previous restaurants there I believe was a bar in another area, and you can see on the floor where the outline of the old bar was.
That's
Yes.
Maybe that's when it was called Plumber's Tavern, because I don't
Possibly, yes.
remember that well, but I always
Right.
remember people, that much older than me, it was Plumber's Tavern.
Right,
And
right.
then, so though the
could
floor
be
out
back
there
then.
is incredible,
Correct.
because it's warped isn't the best word, but it's the
Yes.
history and the feel and all the people that are, so I'm so glad that you've never had the urge to tear it up, because it's just so much history in the way the floor just slightly angles. And,
Right, right.
And, we're always reminded to, just
The-
watch your
There's
step.
one thing I do have to say that I don't like about this building, and that's when we come here and we have like our after meeting drinks and,
Yes.
and appetizers, going up that staircase, and it's usually like February when we come here, and you've got like boots on and heels, and that staircase is so narrow and
Yes.
so steep going up. It's like you have to hang on even if you didn't drink.
No,
when you're
right,
leaving.
yeah.
You know, it's
18,
just-
well,
It's
1800s,
yes, the older
yeah.
buildings.
Yeah.
It is a steep
what it
stair.
It's a
Yeah.
very,
Yes.
but to my knowledge, people are very, and I never want to say never.
Don't even
but-
say it,
Don't
don't
even
even
say
say
it.
it,
But I
don't
mean,
even say
I
it.
often think that even our seniors, they
Right.
take their time, and
Yeah.
again, it's that family feel. So if you're behind someone that's going a little slower than you
You
are,
just-
yeah,
you just
take
kind
your
of
time.
relax and breathe, and
Exactly, yeah.
Now on that though, what Cathy was saying about the stair, something that I've never asked anyone, and it fascinates me. All of the servers here, and I think I'm right on this. So this staircase that we all go up to go upstairs, is it right? Is it true that the servers need to go up and down to get their food? So they bring it up a back staircase. Is that right?
Right. They can go
'Cause
up
they
the back
carry
staircase, but
those,
others
right?
still do use that
Yes,
staircase as
wow.
well.
But there's no shortcut. I mean, I see
They
them
can't
taking
put
trays.
one of those.
and-
What do they call them? A dumbwaiter.
Dumbwaiter, I think
They
you
can't
call them.
install
No,
one of
they-
those to like.
Maybe they could. They
zip the
have
food
yet
up?
to do it, so
No,
I
'cause
don't
it's
know.
all up and down, isn't it?
It is up and
Lisa?
down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fascinating.
Once you get the hang of knowing how to carry the trays, I mean, it
Yeah.
kind of is like second nature to go up and down the stairs.
Imagine if you wear
Yeah.
a Fitbit, right, or
Wow,
the
I
Apple
can
Watch.
only
All the
imagine.
steps you're gonna get if you're working.
Oh my God! Right when you think about it, right?
All the meals going up and
Because they're
down.
steep, just like you were saying about
Yeah,
the front
they're
ones. The
very
back
steep.
ones, I've got to guess, are just as steep.
Very similar. Very
Right,
similar.
you
Yep.
know? So how do you get
Yeah.
the best servers too in the area? I mean, you just got a great staff here.
We We do
waiters,
have a really
waitresses?
good staff on. You know, you just kind of put it out there, and you hope that they're a good fit with the family here, and you know, train them like everybody else, and
Right.
just they kind of grow with you and become part of the family. So it they personify your
Yeah.
same attributes.
How you
Right.
want
Yeah.
them to be, and you know, now Kim has been with you, I think, since high school, hasn't
Kim's been here again. Yes, many,
So she like one
many
of the
years.
longest servers that have been here the
I
longest
believe,
time?
yes, I believe she is the longest server that's been here.
Mhm.
Yes.
Goodness,
Yep.
boy, which I didn't realize.
Wow.
You know, until we were setting all this up, and you know,
Yeah.
you just take for granted.
Yeah, she's been here a long time. She knows many of the guests that come in. Has a very good rapport with everyone that she waits on.
Which really helps.
Yeah,
People
so we get a lot of
feel more
people that come in
comfortable.
and specifically request her
To sit in her
to sit in her
section.
section,
Yes.
or even if it's for a function, for a party, bridal shower, baby shower. You know, people that she's waited on over the years, and now they're getting married or having children. You know, they want her to continue on with their,
Right.
you know, with their
functions.
Exactly.
And her family goes back into the history of Londonderry too. Like I know her aunt is on Peabody Row.
Yep.
You know, and she just takes such good care of them, and
Yep.
the history there.
Yep.
With you know, they've lived there forever, and you
Yep.
know, so that means a lot too. With
Exactly.
You know, with
So there is something else that I want to touch on that I read about the ghost.
Oh.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm, like, into that stuff, so.
I've yet to meet any of them, but I have
point.
heard that there are
The ghost
people
of the coach
feel
dog.
that they have felt things, you know, brushing against their hair or their skin,
Right.
or coming in and getting a feel or an aura of something.
Yeah, that there's another being here.
People have said it
Mhm.
and have said that they feel it. I haven't. I haven't.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm all about that. I really enjoy hearing stories about that. Many years ago, we were on a trip in New Orleans, and we were in a dining room of a house. It was a tour we were on, and one of the candles fell out of the candelabra on the table, and we're all standing around the table, and nobody was close enough to touch the table. And the woman goes, "That's just our resident ghost. They're friendly. Don't worry about it." I'm like, "Okay." So we continue on with the tour, and then we're standing in a room listening to this guy talking about paintings and whatever. My husband was behind me, and at the time I had a perm, long curly perm, right? And I felt the width of a hand go like this down the back of my head. And I look at my husband, and he's there like this, you know, standing there listening. So we got out. I was like, "Did you touch my head?" He's like, "No." I said, "Somebody did."
Cathy.
So I'm all about the ghost thing. I'm
Oh,
into
it's
that. I think that's
interesting.
cool. I think it's, you know.
Now, there's no family connected with the house then that could have like a soul that could still be here?
Not that I'm aware of from,
Even
you know,
somebody
from
from the
years
s-
and years
a
ago.
past
On a
And
Sure.
stage that
Yes.
stayed here and passed away and nobody knows about, you
You're
know?
right.
Right,
Well,
I mean,
and
because
they
they've
got-
been saying it for many years. You know,
Right.
I believe the McDonough brothers' parents owned the restaurant previous to them.
Mhm.
So I don't know if maybe they knew more about the ghostly sightings or not.
Yeah,
but
that could have been from
No, I think
back in the
I've
1800s.
but Cathy, that's
Right.
it. I
They're
think
still
I
here.
know so much about the coach stop, and you know, it's our go-to. But I know, and I never knew that, Cathy,
Yeah.
that there was a ghost associated with it.
Yeah.
That or many ghosts, we don't
You
know.
never
know.
Well, I wonder, you know, there's that show on TV, not the Ghostbusters from, you know, from
the
Bill
ones
Murray's
that go and
time.
they set up cameras and
Yes,
everything.
yeah,
Yeah.
because I know we were up at the Mount Washington, and they have the owner, when she passed away, she tragic, 2 husbands that died on her, and you know, and so the Mount Washington became her haven and her love, and that when she died, they said that she's still there, and they still set a plate every night for her in the formal dining room, and it's set for her, and they put everything down each night, and her room is still left, and her mattress is still there in the room, and they say people will request that room to stay in,
Yeah.
because they believe that they felt her, and but
Right,
there's
that
that
she's
TV
still-
show that comes, you know, and does the
There is a company in New Hampshire that comes in and goes to restaurants, and they will set up, to film it at night and everything. My daughter works at the Crow's Nest in Plastow,
Cathy,
and
right.
she sent me pictures from her cell phone when they were undergoing a renovation, And when you start looking at the picture, I'm like, oh my God, there's a guy standing, like a door like this with the window. There was a guy standing in front of it. And it was a ghost. I mean, you can clearly make out the handlebar mustache. It was,
You could see it.
yeah,
in the-
yeah. I'll have to see if I still have those pictures. It was
Yeah.
freaky.
Kathy,
yeah.
if you did have it, we could maybe even put it into the
I'll,
show.
I'll
you know,
look through and see if I still have those. Yeah.
Isn't that? Because there's something
So,
to it.
yeah, so
It's
in that
interesting.
restaurant, it
People
was
that have said that they've felt or seen auras have said that they were friendly ones. I mean, people have said that
Right.
they've seen silhouettes of people, and usually they've always been in the specific areas
of the building.
of the building. Yeah,
Not
so
in.
they've.
They. Does it seem like the reports are they stay in one particular area of the building, like they don't venture out this way?
Well, the couple of people that I've spoken to that have said that they've felt something or seen something, they've all said they're all different people that don't know each other, and they've all said that they're in over by the stairwell,
Yeah,
going up the stairs.
that's cool.
interesting. That really is. We might
Maybe what we should do is do another show here, but bring like a medium in with us. And do,
It could be very Aaron and Drew in the background going, oh my.
no, guys, I only had
Oh
half a
my.
glass, okay? No, but that would be
Isn't that
if we brought a
interesting?
medium in and
It
did
could
another
well be.
show from here.
I never knew that. Now, how did I not know?
And
I
then she's
know-
going to be like, yeah, I'm good, I'm
Yeah,
out
going up
here.
that stairwell. John,
Stay away from the
yeah,
stairwell.
Isn't that funny? That's interesting. But again,
And
you
that
go
was
back
the
to-
main door. That stairwell is where the main door was.
Mm-hmm.
Parts of this building are add-ons
Yeah.
from
Oh, all right.
the original building.
Mhm.
So that where the stairwell is, that door was actually the main door.
My goodness. But now this room was part of the.
This was an add-on.
This was an
That's
addition.
an add-on too.
Yes.
So really, just from there back.
So it
up.
was.
So it was quite small, probably.
It was
initially.
smaller. It was smaller.
But
yes.
everything back
Yeah.
then was smaller,
Yeah.
and it was probably considered huge back then. You know,
Right.
when you see those older pictures and all.
Yep.
And I read when I was researching, and you had it in your notes too, $1.50 for food and for lodging
And lodging.
back in the
Back then,
1800s.
yeah.
I was
A
like,
warm
wow.
meal and,
It's
and
like
a good place.
You
Can you
probably can't even get a
imagine?
glass of water for that now, right?
Probably not.
Isn't that something when you think
But that's
about
what they
it?
had charged here.
Hard to believe, you
Yeah.
know, and the people. I wonder if there were any great names, like big names of the past. Like we have the Tavern at the other end of the town,
Mhm.
and I know like many of the presidents from that era stayed there.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
I wonder who would have come through
If
here.
anybody
I'm
stayed
sure
here.
people did really, you know.
I've never
Yeah, we
heard
didn't.
stories
Yeah,
about
we
it.
didn't really see anything in the history as we were.
No,
looking it
I
up.
mean, it was named after Colonel someone, right?
Yes,
It was
yeah,
Colonel Gregg,
and that's
but
when,
it said he never was here.
Well, no, that's right. That's
It was
when
the
I
William
think I
Gregg
was a little
house.
Girl, yeah, back in maybe the 70s even,
Mhm.
and it was a very fancy, like very special occasion.
Right.
That you would
Yeah,
come
that
here.
you would come to for a birthday or an anniversary.
Right, it wasn't
you know.
just a.
Yeah, it didn't
a
have
night
the
out.
social aspect, but lounges were big in a different way, I think. Not
Right.
so much in a
Mhm.
restaurant maybe
Right.
back then, but it was just always known as. But back then even more so as a little more that it was a special night. Oh, you were going to spend a little more,
Yeah.
and something else nice about it. Things are reasonable, which is
Yeah.
great. There are
Mhm.
specials. The meals are a nice size, so John
Good
and I
portions.
Often, yeah, good
Yeah,
portions.
really
so
good
you,
portions.
You could
Yeah.
share one if you wanted
Right,
to.
right.
Or, if I get my lobster salad, it's such a treat, but I can bring half of it home.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
which is nice too with it.
Yeah.
You know. But, so, what's your favorite item on the menu if you had to pick?
I like our prime rib. We used to have it on our menu all the time. Now we have it on special every Friday and Saturday night. So, yeah.
Well, with the horseradish sauce, I bet. Yeah,
Yes.
that's right. I love
Very
that.
good.
I love that. I guess I'm more of a foodie than I realized.
Yeah.
But it's hard to find good prime rib too, because
Yeah.
it used to be everywhere. Like our yard that now is the new brewery in
Yes,
town,
yeah.
your backyard brewery. But you could always get prime rib, and now you really can't.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it's not freshly cooked in the oven; it's more pre-sent out to them.
Right.
But here it is. It's
Yeah, it's
amazing.
fresh,
It
yep.
really is fresh, and you can get two size cuts, right?
Yep, we have a queen cut that's about 12 to 14 ounces, and a king cut is 16 to 18.
Mhm.
Yep.
My goodness,
And that's still 14 ounces is that's
It's
a
a
big
good piece, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it really is. Boy. So what would be your next choice? So the prime rib.
We have our scallops here are very good too. So I like the broiled scallops here. It has a little bit of garlic butter and some breadcrumbs on them. That's really good too.
So where do the recipes come from? Like, is it pretty much passed down through the years? Or?
Most of the recipes are, yes. They've used the same recipes since
Because people
since
are
I've
happy and,
correct.
yeah.
They don't we don't typically ever change up the recipe of a specific item. We continue it on. I would think that unless we got complaints on it, but we
Right,
typically
right.
don't.
Do you know if any of the recipes were from like previous owners that were here or anything? Like passed down from.
The only recipes that we would probably maybe still have and passed on would be ones that were from the homestead. But previous
Prior to
owners,
that.
I don't believe that we have any
Okay.
of the same recipes or the same items.
That's interesting. And then the desserts.
And
We can
desserts.
say
Yeah.
the desserts are phenomenal.
We have to
Yes.
bring up that.
Yeah.
So we have to bring up the desserts.
Yes, there's
Okay.
some wonderful desserts there. Fried calamari is one of our favorites too. That's
I love the fact that
delicious.
they have a separate mac and cheese
Yeah, my
section on the
goodness.
menu because that's one of my favorites.
You and Kirby
And
both love the. Yeah.
My husband's like, I can't believe you would go out to eat and order mac and cheese. I just love mac and cheese.
It's a very popular item on the
I would
menu.
love to. I have to bring him, make him come up here and show him. Look on the menu, separate. They have a whole separate
And
section.
it's all
Yeah.
homemade. I bet
Yeah,
too here, right?
it's good.
my
We have a
goodness.
lobster mac and cheese too, so that might be right up your
That might
alley.
be my next thing.
Yes.
That might be right. with
No, for me, lobster has to be kept separate.
Oh, it does.
Lobster has to be hot with melted butter and a lemon wedge.
and a lemon wedge.
I
Oh.
can't mix lobster in with the cheese. I could have mac and cheese over here and lobster on this plate. Don't mix them together.
Isn't that? Now, what about lobster salad? You don't like lobster
Not
salad?
cold with mayo, no.
Wow.
See, because I don't like fish, and to me that would just be too fishy if it was cold.
Interesting.
It has to be hot
with the butter.
with
too.
melted butter.
That's something. Yay. Gee, well.
It just has a certain taste when it hits
Isn't
your tongue.
that? Boy, I could go for that right now. Boy, that's. Now, is there anything else we've forgotten about our coach stop? Anything else that we should share?
Hours,
or-
maybe?
Oh, hours.
What
would
are
be
the
good,
hours?
yeah.
Hours, we are open we are open every day of the week, Monday through Friday. We close at 9. I apologize.
10?
Monday through Thursday we close at 9 downstairs in our
Oh, right.
in
okay.
our
The dining room
main
areas,
dining room.
yeah.
Upstairs in the tavern area we close at 9:30. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday we have entertainment upstairs in our tavern that plays until 10 o'clock.
Okay.
So our tavern stays open at least until.
So what
at least
time,
until
like,
10
does the
o'clock.
kitchen stay open till about?
Till at least 10 o'clock on the nights that we have
The
entertainment,
entertainment.
and then usually the half an hour prior to that on the other nights.
Okay.
And you have good entertainment here.
We do.
Like going back years ago, Charlie was here. You know, we'd come often to hear Charlie. You know,
Yes, yeah.
and now there's you've just the list. I love that you have the list out there, so you can go through and get different guitar players and
yeah.
vocals.
We go through a
and-
company and they send us really,
best,
really good,
yeah.
really good entertainers, and a lot of them, if not most of them, have a good following that come to listen as well. Yeah.
Listen, which is nice.
Yeah,
Boy.
yeah, it's great for
Oh,
business.
Yeah, well, our hats this week go off to the Coach Stop restaurant right here in Londonderry. If you haven't been or you haven't been in a while, come back. It's that warm, friendly. You just don't want to leave feeling when you're here. So.
Yeah, you have your meal.
Yeah,
you
that's
have,
what I've been doing
Have your
too.
meal. You can sit and talk with friends afterwards,
Right.
and not feel rushed that you're being kicked out because they need the table for someone else.
And you can
Yeah.
even come alone, you know, if you just
We
kind
do.
of.
We have a lot of people that come
just
along.
come
Yeah,
along.
you know, I'm not comfortable normally doing that. But the only maybe one or two, you know, you could go up and sit up there at the, you know, sit at the bar and someone will talk to you, or the waitresses and waiters are just so
Very
friendly.
comfortable
so yeah,
atmosphere.
bring a book. I mean, you really can feel comfortable here, which
Yeah.
is, you know. So Alisa, again, Our hat truly goes off to you.
Thank you
because
for-
we can't
Thank
thank
you.
you
Jumping
enough.
in and helping
yes,
us.
for and giving us lots of good information
Yeah.
on our episode 30, which is a big deal to us because we never thought.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
We
It's
didn't
exciting.
know that we would get this
Yeah,
far.
and then to our viewers, because we really didn't think that you'd be asking for when the next show was and what our next place was. Coming up, we have Eddie Edwards, who's running for office, is going to be with us soon. Our governor has been trying to reach us,
Yeah.
which is kind of like
That's pretty cool.
We got to fit him into our schedule.
Exactly, exactly.
But Ben, is it? Is it Ben?
Ben
has
over
been
at the
wonderful.
governor's office has
Yeah,
been wonderful,
so,
and so we're Ben. If you see this episode
Yes.
and you haven't gotten back to us yet, you really need to get on the shtick, guy, and let's do
Because our
this.
schedule's filling up, you know.
Yeah, our
But,
schedule's
no,
filling up,
But we are
no,
thrilled
we will
that
be
you
doing.
yeah,
We will
governor.
be interviewing the governor.
Yeah, and Super
And,
Walk and O'Shea's new coffee shop in town.
Yes.
And if you know of anywhere else that we should go or that would
Let
like
us
to
know.
have us to
Um,
to talk and promote.
You
different
can
good
email
things.
us
Yep, go ahead,
at
Kat.
londonderryview4@gmail.com. And you can go to our Londonderry View Facebook page as well and like us.
Please go there.
So, and any questions, you can always call the cable station in town,
Yeah.
and they will get the message to us. And if there's some business that we're missing, they really feel should be kind of showcased, give us a call. Let us know.
And thank you so much, Drew and Aaron.
Yes,
This
for-
wouldn't happen at all without you giving up your time in the evening here
To come out and do this, yeah.
So
We
thank you,
appreciate you.
everyone, and we'll say good night.